What's going on, everyone? We're back for Ma Esto Season 1, Round 3, new FIFA 21 League for gaming lounges in Kenya. Here at Aspro Gaming, I'm your host with the most, DVK. These guys, the first match we're seeing tonight had actually already started. These guys are very eager, but we've had to tell them to pump the brakes and start again, unfortunately. But the first match we're going to be seeing tonight, which as I had already mentioned, had actually already started off stream, is Limz Entertainment repping Donholm versus Don Bashrah Gaming Lounge representing Mombasa. So last week, I think these two lounges met in the third place playoff, and Limz came out on top. It's the second time they had met in the league. But Limz have come out on top both times. So Don Bashrah will be looking for revenge in an earlier round today to make it into the final. But of course, as you can see on the screen right now, that last match ended 4-1 in favor of Limz. So again, these guys had already started. I assume they had already set up the squads. They're ready. This is what we like to see. Unfortunately, we were supposed to have started by 7:30, but there were a few tiny delays on our end, so we have to apologize for that. But yeah, like today, matches we're going through them quickly, hopefully, and we're set to see what should be an interesting game between these two lounges. Especially last week, both lounges did play really well, but there wasn't. Don Bashrah just came up short. They were a bit unlucky on the day. But today, again, hopefully they'll be looking for some revenge. And it remains to be seen how they do. Limz are on a bit of some good form. Sure to see a lot of icons on both teams again. But yeah, we're just going to wait for them to... I'm not sure if any team management is about to be done. All the settings should be good. But yeah, these two seem ready to go. So yeah, if you're just joining us, Mombasa Don Bashrah Gaming Lounge versus Limz Entertainment. Definitely set to be an entertaining game. No team management, these men are ready. Again, 2 legs, should be 2 legs in the semi-final. So after this, we'll be seeing a run back of last week's final. We had Kweti Gaming Lounge from Buruburu play against Horizon Gaming Lounge of Parklands, who of course have been on a roll. Been, as I always say, the lounge to beat so far. Every event we've put on, they've come out on top, and they won fairly convincingly in the last week as well. But they did have a struggle against Don Bashrah in the semi-final. So as it stands, Horizon, of course, at the top of the table, looking to extend their lead. But yeah, right now we're going to be seeing the first semi-final between these two. Donholm versus Mombasa. Don Bashrah versus Limz, or rather Limz versus Don Bashrah. And we are off. So again, I always keep getting confused on like which Ronaldo this Limz team is using. It's either Cristiano or the not the prime icon Ronaldo. Seems to be quite a bit of lag. I don't know if this was the case before the stream started. Hopefully it sorts itself out. Don Bashrah look to be on the attack right now, just some patient build-up. I've Trent Alexander-Arnold bearing down the right wing. But it's a strong challenge here from Marcel Desailly. Again, we've been seeing many icons. Oh my lord. I think that was about to be an own goal. A safe hands from Kasper Schmeichel, of course. There's been moments where Schmeichel's really come up good for Limz, but not enough to get them any substantial results. But here's Ronaldo. My god, what a finish. Limz Entertainment taking the early lead. And it is Cristiano Ronaldo. I got it right this time. The regular 92 rated Ronaldo. This was the score off stream before we started. Limz were leading 1-0. They've managed to get back the goal. Sorry, I didn't pull up the scoreboard. Yeah, 1-0 to Limz. Same old story once again. Don Bashrah as it stands on the back foot. But again, they should be the quote-unquote away team in this first leg. So they do have some time to pull a goal back in this one, and if not, just keep the score down as much as possible and go into the second leg with something to play for. But here's Ronaldo, the other one, the Brazilian one, is dispossessed there. There's Pavel Nedved playing through to Ronaldo. That should be offside here. Unlucky there for Limz. Neither team has really been dominating possession so far. It's been kind of end-to-end. Neither team is managing to hold on to possession for too long, but Limz have been obviously more clinical with their chances so far. A single chance they've had. Here's Ronaldo again. Cristiano, CR7. A big save there from the keeper. I think that's Donnarumma. And Limz have the first corner of the game in the 16th minute. Crossing to CR7 once again. Well chested down there by Trent on the line. And Don Bashrah just calmly playing it out from the back. Is Ronaldo again, the Brazilian one, looking for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on the edge of the box, looking for space to shoot. Straight down the throat of Kasper Schmeichel. Not much trouble to Limz's defense so far. And I would have to say this is the best chance these two lounges have had to make the final so far. I don't think they've met in the semi-final stage until tonight. Usually these two teams have been meeting each other in the third place playoff. So this is a prime opportunity for both of them to fight for maximum points this week. But so far, Limz are on top. Donny. I know they have a few fans who've been seeing them on Twitter. But Donny just haven't been coming up with a good so far. As Don Bashrah there looking for Danilo down the left-hand side, but it's very easily intercepted. The ball played through to Wamangituka, the Stuttgart winger, to Ronaldo. Maybe dilly-dallied a bit on the ball there, but is that a penalty? Donnarumma gives away a foul. Not sure what the ref is going to do here. That shouldn't be any card really, but it's a foul. I'm not sure if it's a penalty or a free kick. It's a penalty. So a chance for Limz here to extend their lead. Raul stepping up. Goes for the pretty much straight down the middle, and it's 2-0. Very well taken penalty from the Spanish legend himself. And Limz are in cruise control right now. Don Bashrah not looking quite as solid as they did last week. Played a very good game against Horizon. And came up short against Limz in the third place playoff, of course, losing 4-1. It seems to be more of the same again. Limz seem to have Don Bashrah's number so far. They're going to want to do everything they can to keep the score down and maybe get an away goal that they can take into the second leg. But here's Ronaldo on the edge of the box looking for Mario Götze. But this be 2-1. Big save there from Kasper Schmeichel. Keeping the clean sheet for Limz so far. We're approaching the 30th minute. Quite a good chunk of the first half played so far. Don Bashrah still looking for that goal that's going to give us a game. Here's Aubameyang. Big tackle there from the defender. He didn't clock who that was. It was Kunde. Passes it out to Michael Essien, the Bison from Ghana. Limz maintaining possession now. Again, neither team has really dominated so far. Both teams have been trying to just play the fastest ball forwards that they can. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo for Limz, looking for a clear shot, but it's taken away. Again, both lounges, it's been fairly end-to-end so far. Neither lounge having an extended spell of possession, dominating the game, dictating the play. Both just looking for the earliest opportunities to get forward and get a shot on. And of course, Limz have been more clinical with their chances. Of course, one of them being a penalty. Here's Ronaldo again to the other Ronaldo. Both of them on the pitch. I didn't even realize. Back to the first Ronaldo. It's out there for a corner. Can only wonder how lethal that partnership could have been if both players were able to play at the same time in their primes. There's a header there from Limz. It's headed wide by Not sure who that was, possibly Wamangituka. But I don't think Limz will mind too much. They're creating the chances. They've gotten themselves a 2-goal cushion. The pressure right now is on Don Bashrah. Haven't been able to, both these lounges actually haven't managed to make the final so far in any round of the league. And here's El Fenomeno, the Brazilian Ronaldo, to Pavel Nedved. Looking for Cristiano Ronaldo. Don Bashrah's defense has been looking very shaky so far. They've done enough to keep the score at 2-0. We should be approaching the end of the first half now. Don Bashrah seem to be running down the clock. It's looking to get into the second half and go again. 1 minute of added time. Perhaps the last play of the game here. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. The ref should be blowing the whistle any minute now. Well, after this attack is over, here's the Brazilian Ronaldo again. That should be the prime icon, the 94 rated one. But Limz get the ball back. First half gone 2-0 to Limz Entertainment. Been looking very comfortable, to be honest, in the first half. But again, hasn't been any clear dominance from both teams. Don Bashrah have actually had more possession, 60%. But they just haven't been able to do much with it. Limz, of course, enjoying more possession and taking their chances when they've come. And of course, we see some team management here from Don Bashrah. Don't think any substitutions have been made so far. Again, Don Bashrah in quite a bad position at the minute. But again, it is 2 legs. Both semi-finals are 2 legs. So Don Bashrah will have some time in the second leg to make a comeback, but the earlier the better. They'll have to look for some goals in this second half. They're gonna give themselves a good chance to get into the final. They've lost the ball there. David Beckham giving away possession. They get it right back from Limz. Here's Danilo bombing down the left wing. Looking for Ronaldo, the prime icon Ronaldo. Danilo perhaps looking for a cross. That was a bit of a sloppy pass there. Very easily won back by Limz. There's Cristiano Ronaldo again. Oh my lord. Blast it into the top corner. I think that was. It's offside. Oh my lord. I hadn't even noticed myself. It's been given offside. Still 2-0 to Limz Entertainment. Possibly going to be fairly annoyed with that. I hadn't noticed the linesman putting up his flag. But Limz have won it back straight away. And there's Cristiano Ronaldo once again. 1-on-1 with the keeper. My god, right into the top corner. Rifled that, absolutely blasted that in. Limz men on a mission tonight. 3-0 within 60 minutes of the first leg. Things are looking very, very dicey for Don Bashrah Gaming Lounge indeed. And I'm just happy that it was the same story before we started the stream. It was actually 1-0. The game had gotten about this far before we started the stream, and it was 1-0. They had to start again. Limz in an even better position than they were before. But again, Don Bashrah still looking for something. They've been dominating possession, but it's counted for nothing so far. Here's Trent. Down the right wing looking for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Very easily intercepted there by Desai. And Limz on the break once again. They don't care about dominating possession. They're making the chances. Perhaps passing it back to Nedved. See some ball rolls from CR7 there. But he loses possession. He's CR8 in this team actually. And here Don Bashrah once again. It's going to be an uphill battle for them in the second leg unless they can get a few goals back. We saw Limz do that against Kuwait in the first semi-final last week. Kuwait had on the first leg 2-0 and the second leg ended 4-4. Limz putting up a a huge fight to try and get themselves back into it. Whether you see the same from Don Bashrah remains to be seen. Here's Ronaldo on the half volley, just wide of the post. And nothing seems to be going their way so far. It's approaching the 70th minute. And Don Bashrah still haven't had much of a sniff in front of Limz's goal, and they've won it back here. Michael Essien probably going to be looking for CR7. And there he is. Oh my god, bottom corner, 4-0. This is turning into a massacre. You see the celebrations. Oh my, Don Bashrah probably going to be looking to make some changes here. Things are looking very dicey for them indeed. We see them making a few substitutions. It's very strange that they've been dominating possession. We see Majengo coming in for them there. Very interesting that we've been seeing them dominate possession but not being able to create any clear-cut chances for themselves. Perhaps that's the strategy Limz have been going with. Just sit back and hit them on the break. Don Bashrah haven't done the greatest job dealing with that so far. Approaching the 70th minute, once again it is 4-0 to Don Bashrah Gaming Lounge. Donholm representing. To Limz Entertainment. Did I say it was 4-0 to Don Bashrah? It's 4-0 to Limz. Donholm representing. Yeah, Don Bashrah once again coming forward. Limz have been pretty solid at the back today. Don Bashrah haven't been able to get much of a sniff. This is probably the best chance they've had this second half. Or it would have been if that pass would have gotten through. But Limz managed to get it out. Getting forward very quickly, not wasting time on any sort of patient build-up. We seem to be getting some lag here. Apologies for that hiccup. Nothing seems to have come from that Limz Entertainment attack. They've gotten the ball straight back and lost it again. It's John Egan to Ronaldo, who is pass was intercepted by Marcel Desailly. You know, he's Cristiano Ronaldo. A piece of skill there. This is to Dennis Bergkamp, who was recently inducted to the Premier League Hall of Fame. We see a substitution there from Don Bashrah. Going to the 80th minute, still looking for their first goal. Limz Entertainment in a very good position. 4 goals up at home, no away goals conceded. And it's Dennis Bergkamp again. It's possessed by the substitute there, Marek Hamšík. And Limz are set to go into the second leg, possibly the big lead. Unless Don Bashrah have something to say about it in the remaining 10 in-game minutes of this first leg. Here's Sa looking for the 5th goal for Limz. It's a huge block there from the defender, the Don Bashrah defender. Hamšík picks up the ball in the middle. Playing through to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, back to Hamšík. Don Bashrah still looking for that space to get a clear shot. It's probably the most clear-cut chance they've had once again. I think wasting too much time there. Could have run inside and gotten the shot off with Aubameyang, I think. But Don Bashrah very much in deep trouble in this first semi-final here. Here's Hamšík. They through to Kevin Campbell. And there it is, 4-1. Don Bashrah finally get a goal back. And that being an away goal, that might just prove to be a goal that makes things interesting going into the second leg. Of course, Limz still have a very big lead. It'll be quite a story if they manage to blow it, but looking good so far still. Still looking for a 5th goal. They haven't let up. They've given the ball away there. And there shouldn't be much added time, either 1 minute added. Perhaps the last play of the game here. Aubameyang looking for Wabi Khazri. Intercepted there by Zambrotta. That should be the end of the game. And Limz Entertainment taking it by 4 goals to 1 in the first leg. Very convincing win for them there. And again, Don Bashrah, if I'm not mistaken, still dominating possession. We'll see the stats when they come up at the end there. But Limz taking full advantage of the chances they've had. Of course, one of them being a penalty. We see Cristiano Ronaldo, the hat-trick hero, getting the match ball. And of course, we'll be going into a second leg. If we can just see the stats there, we'll see them soon enough. I think Don Bashrah still had the most of the possession. But yeah, 56%. But again, you see 6 shots to Limz's 11. Don Bashrah actually had quite a few shots on target, but they couldn't make them count, unfortunately for them. So they have quite the task. They managed to get a goal back going into the second leg, but a lot of work to do for them. Well, Limz very much in cruise control, in a comfortable position. If you're just joining us, we're in round 3 of season 1 of the Ma Esto League. We're watching the first semi-final here between Don Bashrah Gaming Lounge and Limz Entertainment, repping Mombasa, the Majengo area of Mombasa and Donholm in Nairobi respectively. We're going to be going straight into our second leg. And as you can see in the standings right now, both teams are going to be looking for maximum points here. Donholm currently on 4, Mombasa on 2. Neither of these teams has made a final yet. So these two teams will be looking for maximum points here as we will be going to a second semi-final between those top 2 programs. The Horizon representing Parklands and Koeti Gaming Lounge representing Buruburu. For now, going straight into our second leg here. Perhaps we'll see a bit of team management. I've told you guys I'm not getting baited anymore. But yeah, very solid performance there in the first leg from Limz Entertainment. 4-1 on aggregate for them so at the minute. And I think they'll be appearing as the quote-unquote home team, as the home team. But they should be the away team for this second leg. Again, Don Bashrah have a mountain to climb. They dominated possession in the first leg, but they couldn't make it count. Something needs to change. Something needs to change if they're gonna make something happen. They had the shots. They had 5 on target from 6 shots in the first leg. 56% possession, but they just couldn't make it count. Limz were just too dangerous on the break. We can see Don Bashrah here switching up their tactics, perhaps making a few tweaks, a few adjustments to make something happen for them here. And again, it will be very interesting if they can manage to make a comeback. We saw Limz themselves 2-0 down in the first leg, as I mentioned earlier, finishing 4-4 in the second one against Koeti Gaming Lounge last week. It's going to be very interesting to see if Don Bashrah can replicate that sort of performance in this second leg. I have to switch the names here. And Limz had already lost the ball here. Don Bashrah in possession. David Beckham looking for a pass here to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Don Bashrah going to have to get some very early goals. The deflection nearly ended up in the back of the net, but Schmeichel was on hand to make the save. One can only wonder if Limz will be looking to just enjoy possession and only look for those attacks when they need to, or just carry on with more of the same. Here's Raul here looking for Cristiano Ronaldo cutting inside. It's a big challenger. Michael Essien gets a shot. It's blocked. Don Bashrah doing enough to maintain possession here. Limz still looking for those forward passes again. They're not letting up. They want to be ruthless. They want to absolutely dismantle Don Bashrah and head into the final. But here's a Brazilian Ronaldo into Cristiano, but it's a bit of a sloppy through pass. Aubameyang wins it back, but Limz regained possession. And it's Cristiano bearing down, probably going to cut inside. You see a ball roll on the left peg, wide of the post. He was going for that top corner with a finesse. But of course, Cristiano Ronaldo is left-footed, is weak foot. He wins it back here. Limz Entertainment looking for the 5th goal of the semi-final. And there it is. Wamangituka, the right winger from Stuttgart. I think that's the team of the season, Wamangituka, if I'm not mistaken. Making it 5-1. I haven't even updated the score. My bad. 5-1 on aggregate to Limz Entertainment. Don Bashrah looking very... They're in some deep trouble. They're in very, very hot water right now. And Limz only look to be ready to extend the lead. Don Bashrah won the ball back here. It's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang looking for Ronaldo. Very sloppy pass there. And again, Limz also have the luxury of just slowing things down, maintaining possession, enjoying themselves a bit, running down the clock as they look for clear avenues to move the ball forward. They don't really have to force anything. They have time. They have time to just play around and keep possession. Don Bashrah are gonna have to be much more aggressive here. Limz are looking for the 6th, but Don Bashrah win it back. Now we have Mario Götze playing to Campo. And Bashrah still looking for a goal, a second goal in this semi-final, the second leg. And Limz win it back. Someone making a run there. That is a good awareness from the Limz player to notice that he was off. Looks for Cristiano Ronaldo instead. Looking for the lob. A chip shot, but it wasn't good enough. And Bashrah have to keep chipping away. They have to stop conceding. Approaching the 30th minute. Still no goal from them in this second leg. They're trying their very best to make something happen. Here's David Beckham. Looking for Ronaldo, the prime icon. But his shot is blocked. Limz have been defending really well in this semi-final. And that's a fairly tame shot for Schmeichel to collect there. And here's Raul. Pushed off the ball there by the Don Bashrah defender. I'm going to be looking for chances to reduce that deficit they have now. 4 goals. And remember, this is an away goal Limz have picked up, so they're already on par with Don Bashrah in that department. If Don Bashrah wants to win, they're going to need 6 goals, I believe. Or 5 goals, rather. There's Wamangituka once again, looking for Cristiano Ronaldo. This could be 6-1 to Limz. It's a good challenge there. Ball makes its way to Gianluigi Donnarumma. And Bashrah happy just to be patient to their build-up, which is very interesting because they don't have time on their side. They're sticking to their game plan. They're trusting that something will happen. Here's Mark Butler playing to Danilo. Don Bashrah just edging up the pitch gradually. David Beckham on the ball here looking for Mario Götze. Yes, advancing up the pitch slowly, looking for space to get a clear shot. And there's Ronaldo once again to Aubameyang. And the pass is intercepted. We're approaching the end of the first half here. Limz, again, haven't had too many chances. They don't really need them. They've been doing much more of the defending. Again, Don Bashrah dominating possession, but they need to make something happen. They should stop. If they're going to make something happen, they really cannot afford to give the ball away cheaply. There is Pavel Nedved on a one-on-one, and it's 6-1 on aggregate to Limz Entertainment. Just like that, they've extended their lead. They hardly had any of the ball for much of this first half, but one chance falls to their lap and it's in the back of the net. That there is what you call efficiency. And that's the end of the first half. Don Bashrah in some serious trouble. They truly have the biggest of mountains to climb. If they're going to make it back and make a serious comeback, they need 6 goals now, I believe, to win this second leg and advance to the final. Again, neither of these lounges has made a final in any of the rounds so far. Of course, each round is a 4-man bracket, and the lounges gain points depending on where they finish. Limz and Don Bashrah have been finishing 3rd and 4th. So as I said earlier, their best chance to make the final and fight for maximum points. And so far, Limz Entertainment taking it by the scruff of the neck, grabbing the ball by the testicles, and making the most of their opportunity. So far, in terms of head-to-head, Limz have had the upper hand over Don Bashrah. Don Bashrah Gaming Lounge have been the underdogs in the league so far. They've put in some strong performances, but this has not been one of them for sure. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Very good challenge there from, I think that was John Egan, if I'm not mistaken. You have to laud Don Bashrah. They're sticking at it. They've been dominating possession. They're constantly looking for space to create chances. But nothing simply has happened for them so far. We see an offside call there, which is unfortunate for Don Bashrah Gaming Lounge. Limz are back in possession. Once again, 6-1 on aggregate. Marcel Desailly on the ball here. It's been a much calmer second half. Next Chris, oh my lord, I did not expect that to go in. I'm gonna be honest, that's why I kept quiet. I saw Cristiano take the shot. I was expecting a block or a save. Just ended up in the bottom corner. 7-1 to Limz Entertainment. Donholm going strong this week. The supporters can only hope they can be able to replicate that in the final. Of course, Kuwaiti and Horizon have been the two stronger lounges in the league, and we're set to see them lock horns in the second semi-final. Limz Entertainment doing the thing. Been looking very strong this week. 7-1 on aggregate, 3-0 in this second half. And I think it's fair to assume, it would be fair to assume that Don Bashrah are probably going to be going down to the 3rd place playoff. They need 7 goals to win this now. But here's Ronaldo. Oh! Whoa. That was a decent shot. That wasn't too far over the bar. Part of me thought he would hit the crossbar at the very least. But here's Cristiano for Limz. Making the way forward. Raul. Back to Cristiano Ronaldo. This could be 8-1. This is... oh my lord. What was that? I don't know if Limz were trying anything fancy. Could easily have gotten themselves the 4th goal of this match. But again, they don't really need it. They're in cruise control right now. They've been defending pretty well. They managed to keep the clean sheet in the first leg, but they won't mind it too much. Kasper Schmeichel making a comfortable save there. And Limz Entertainment, their MO has been just instant attacks. No patient build-up play. The earliest opportunities they get to progress the ball forward, they use it, and it's a penalty. I do not understand that decision. I'm not sure what happened there. But Limz have another penalty. They had one in the first leg as well. And of course, CR7 is going to be standing over it. Oh my lord, the Panenka. Ay. Rubbing salt in the wounds. 8-1 on aggregate. And with a Panenka, no less. This is looking really bad for Don Bashrah. This, if I'm not mistaken, would be the heaviest loss they've suffered so far in the league. And if we're talking one match, I don't think so, but across 2 legs, yes, I think so, definitely. But they're still fighting. And still see them trying to look for chances to get some goals in. They're keeping themselves in as much as they can. But Limz have won the ball back. Can barely speak right now. Limz absolutely dominating this game without dominating possession, which is very interesting to see. Don't need tiki-taka football to win you games. Now here we're going to be seeing a through pass to Cristiano. Doesn't manage to get there, unfortunately for him. Danilo intercepts it. Don Bashrah just looking bereft of ideas right now. We're in the 73rd minute. I think it's fair to say they're done in the semi-final. They'll be going down to the 3rd place playoff to play against either Horizon or Quality Gaming Lounge, which won't be an easy task. They've given away another free kick here. It's a yellow card for Danilo. Cristiano Ronaldo standing over this one. Could we see this game going up to 5-0? That would be remarkable if it were to happen. The free kick goes wide. Don Bashrah, a very interesting first touch from the defender there. I don't know what the player was trying there. But here's Wamangituka. 5-0, 9-1 on aggregate. This is looking uglier and uglier for Don Bashrah as time passes. 9-1 on aggregate. At no point have I seen Limz put in this convincing of a performance up until this point. But here's Ronaldo again. Don Bashrah managed to get themselves a goal back. In their defense, they're still fighting. They're keeping themselves in. They've made it 9-2 on aggregate. But they still need how many goals now? 8 goals. They still need 8 more goals if they're going to make it into the final. Quite frankly, I don't see that happening. But you have to commend them for continuing to fight and trying to, seeing the game out and trying as much as they can just to see what they can do. But my God, this has been quite ugly for them so far. And the match is still not nearly over. We could see, excuse me, you could still see a few more goals from either team. And see forgetting what that skill move is called. It's not a rainbow flick. Limz Entertainment still looking to get forward and get more goals. They want to be absolutely ruthless. They've been ruthless in this semi-final. I want to make a statement going into the final. The skill moves there are not quite playing out for them. You see Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, that's a very sloppy pass. They're giving it straight back to Limz. Got 5 more minutes of in-game time to be played. Plus added time, of course. As in, I don't think there'll be much time to add. And Don Bashrah still looking for the goals here. Decent save there from Kasper Schmeichel. Don Bashrah in the corner here could make it 5-2. But yeah, man, this has been very ugly. I have to remember that Limz Entertainment are the away team, quote unquote, in the second leg as well. And if Don Bashrah was somehow to make it even 9-9 on aggregate, Limz would still go through, definitely. Approaching the end of the game here, could still be 10-2. Arsenal versus Bayern Munich, flashback, not quite. And Bashrah perhaps to get one more goal before their fate is sealed. 2 minutes of added time here. It's a good interception there from Limz. Perhaps you could see the last play from them instead. It's intercepted once again. The ball exchanging feet quite a bit, but that should be the end of the game. 9-2 on aggregate to Limz Entertainment, representing Donholm. Getting one over Don Bashrah Gaming Lounge once again. I believe this is the third meeting in this league. The previous two are, of course, in the third place playoffs. This time meeting the semi-finals. Limz making a massive statement to this result here. They, of course, move into the final against one of Kuwaiti Gaming Lounge versus Horizon Gaming. Again, I believe Don Bashrah, if I'm not mistaken, dominated possession, but they didn't seem to be able to make the changes they needed to get themselves back in contention. Limz was so clinical with the opportunities they had. We'll be seeing their stats in a little bit. And now Donholm, currently in third place in the league, will be playing for maximum points. Could be going up to 7 points at a minimum. It should be a very decent result for them indeed. Remains to be seen how the second semi-final goes down.